Today, I'm at the NOBL Wheels Company.
Alright, let's find some rims.
Yes! This is Trevor. He is the president of NOBL Wheels.
So,
Which one?
we want the 33s.
Why am I here? Because I'm gonna build my wheels.
So I think they're here somewhere. You want a little bit lighter ones.
So the first step is to choose your rims. I have no idea.
I have no idea. Oh, here we go. Here.
So this is my wheel.
Yeah, these are the 27.5.
Yes.
So then we want 32 hole. I'll choose some, maybe these two. What we could do is we could each build one. I build and you build together. Let's go grab your hubs.
Yes. Step 2, choose your hubs.
Do you know if you need XD or is it Shimano on your bike?
My bike has an NX Eagle cassette, so I need a standard free hub. Step 3, get your spokes. It's not easy, huh?
Nothing's easy with wheels. It's way more complicated than people think. So first thing, we want to find the ERD. So that's the measurement where the nipples sit in here.
Yeah.
All the way to the other side.
Okay.
So we have to have the diameter of where they sit in the rim. Chris King. ISO just means 6 bolt, like for the rotor. We want 32 hole, looks like 267 and 269. The D-light spokes, we only need 16, right? Because it's only one side. And then 269, let's double check. So I got my long ones and my short ones. So for a front wheel, you see how there's the brake rotor on this side?
Yeah.
So that means the distance between where it sits in your frame or fork to here, there's more distance here, and this distance is smaller.
Yeah.
So if you can picture, your wheel needs to be in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, so this
So-
side needs to be longer?
So this needs to be longer.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why I put these spokes on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Hello. Are you still there? Well, the next section is a little bit complicated, but stay with me.
Our rims are asymmetric. So what that means is the holes are offset a few millimeters.
Yeah.
And that will help make more even spoke tension from left to right. So for the front wheel, I've got to figure out, does it go this way or does it go this way? So the way to tell is, so this is your valve, right? Where you put the air in.
Yeah.
And you can see that these holes, they're on this side.
Yeah.
So that's correct because we want the short spokes, we want them to have to reach further over. And the long spokes, we don't want them to have to reach further over. So it's like, you picture like a triangle.
Yeah.
And right now you have it kind of more like this. You have really long spokes, and you can see the angle is more vertical on one side, but our rim is asymmetric, so you're moving it more like this. So you can picture this, your short spokes, they're reaching further, so they're getting longer.
Oh, yeah.
And your long spokes, they're coming back, so they actually get a bit shorter.
Did I lose you? I got lost here.
So you have to kind of think. So the next thing we do,
Step 4, racing.
we have a logo on either side of the hub, and we want to finish the wheel so that the logo is right with the valve. Otherwise it's sort of off on an angle. It's just about aesthetics. So for a 3-cross wheel, it's about 90 degrees.
A hub has a logo like this, and this is the center.
Or if you look at the center's about here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
It's usually the fourth. The first spoke, this is called the key spoke. So the key spoke goes 2 in front of the valve like that.
Yeah.
And for now, we won't put any grease on. We'll just put a nipple on here. Then what we want to do is we want to go every other hole here.
Every other hole. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And then when we put it on the rim, it's actually every 4th hole. You'll see why as it starts going together.
No.
You're going for broke.
Yeah,
The
you're
Chris Kings.
Yeah. Well,
good?
it's got that nice matte color for
Yeah.
or frames,
Good?
like that.
It's good.
So now you can kind of see how the symmetry is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you can kind of double check that you didn't maybe have one in the wrong hole. Now here's the tricky part.
Okay.
Okay, so here's our key spoke because it was 2
Yeah.
in front of the valve.
Yeah.
So now we have to flip the wheel the other way,
Yeah.
and now we have to grab the short spokes.
Yeah.
And the next one I like to do, it goes in between the valve and our key spoke. So what we have to do, if you were to hold this straight, you would see that this hole actually lines up perfectly in between.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So see how it's one hole to the right? It's going to be one hole to the right up here as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be running in parallel to that key spoke. So then we put this guy in here. So now we can drop some more in.
Yeah.
There we go. This one fell out.
Yeah. Where's the nipple?
Oh,
Oh.
it fell into the rim. So notice I'm not screwing them down all the way, just a little bit.
Yeah. You're gonna tighten up later, right?
Yeah, we'll tighten it up later, and we're also gonna put a bit of oil
Oh, okay.
on the thread.
Yeah.
So then it makes it easier to turn. Because these nipples, they have a special mechanical design. So when you tighten them down, it's called a secure lock function. I'm not sure if you can. So once we get into the top part of the threads are slightly distorted, so it won't want to unwind.
Oh.
You know, some wheels can like loosen up from lots of riding. So that's why we're able to use a bit of oil. Normally you wouldn't want to oil it because it makes it too easy for them to unwind. So now we've got our first two. What we want to do is we're going to put some grease actually on them. And what you want to do is just put a small amount. So you just kind of rub it underneath the head. Yeah, just a tiny amount like that.
Yeah.
So we only do that process with the first 2 sets.
Yeah.
With the next ones, I put the grease on as we go.
Oh, yeah.
Because the wheel will start to get tighter and they won't be able to pull out like that. So what we want to do, hold the wheel as if it would be like in your bike.
Yeah.
And we lock it like this.
Oh, wow.
And so you can just double check, everything looks nice and parallel.
Yeah.
So the reason we do that, I'll show you in a second. So these spokes will actually come out the opposite way. See how the heads are opposite now?
Yeah.
So these spokes with the elbows out
Yeah.
are actually stronger than the ones on the inside because they're wider, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're doing arm wrestling,
yeah.
you're better if you're wider than straight.
Yeah.
So the reason we do it for disc wheel is when you're braking, the force of the brake wants to rotate the wheel that way.
Yeah.
So if you can picture, these spokes will be like this. So when the wheel is braking, it's turning like backwards.
Yeah. And these
All
guys
these
kinda,
spokes are going to be tight.
Yeah.
These ones are actually going to get slightly looser. And so you want your strongest spokes to be working when you're braking because that's the most force in the wheel.
I never thought about it.
So now we have all of our long spokes here. Okay, so now that we've got our wheel rotated, we have to do some crossing. So 3 cross. So I always remember over,
This one?
over, under, in. So I can grab this tool,
Yeah.
and now we'll just put that tiny bit of grease under the nipple head
Yeah.
like that. And once I've crossed this, I have to choose which hole. And it's actually pretty easy to tell because if you can see, this one's on the one side of the wheel, then the next one's on the other side. Then this one's on this side, the next one's gonna be on the other side. So it's left, right, left, right, left, right. So just tighten it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, got that side done. Now we do the other side.
Yeah.
So these obviously want to go the opposite way. These ones are flexed this way, so you want to go the opposite.
Okay. And the same? Like
Over,
3?
over, under. And there's only one hole left, so now it's easy. I think it's good. So now we just got to get that nipple out.
Oh, yeah. How can you do it? Oh,
Shake
just
it.
to shake it?
Come out. Oh, there.
Oh, yeah, it came
Yeah.
out. Nice.
Okay, so next.
Step 5. Tensioning.
get some oil. And we just dip a little bit on there. And then we just put just a little bit on the thread. Then what we want to do, we just use a drill because it's a bit faster.
Yeah.
So we just drill it until we get the threads down. So now it's still really loose. So I just want to add a small amount of tension to it.
Yes.
So what I'll do is I like to count half turns. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll give them all that.
It's a beautiful wheel.
Okay.
Yep.
Now what I like to do
Yes.
is I flex the spokes because there's a bit of a
Oh.
pop here.
Yeah.
We're gonna check the dish here. So that one's flat.
Do you
and
mean
now
the
there's a
space?
big gap.
Yeah.
So that means the wheel, this side needs to be tighter.
Oh,
Right.
okay, and then it's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
I want to move the wheel over this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tighten this side only. So I'm gonna do one full turn. So I'm counting 1, 2.
So it's every other pole.
Yeah, because I'm only doing this one side. Okay, so that moved it a little bit. I know we're gonna still have to move it over, but
You're gonna tighten up other
let's
side?
start to even it up. So what we want to do is we'll look at this number here. What we want to do is kind of get an average. There. So that's better. It's not going to be perfect, but we just want to make it a little bit better. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So this is our lower tension side because it's got the longer spokes. These are going to end up being a little bit tighter when the wheel's in the middle. And because we did this at 17, I'm thinking we should be closer to like 13 or 14.
Is that the same as back wheel?
Same idea.
But not
the
same
tension
number.
is the opposite because on the back wheel you have your gears.
Yeah.
So that's the high tension side. So now we'll see where the tension's at. Yeah, so now we'll start to fix that. So what we want to do, where it starts to touch. So it starts to touch about here, right? And then it goes normal. So I'll start here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this one off and I'm going to tighten this one because this spoke's on this side of the wheel, right? So loosen, tighten, and I'm trying to tighten the same amount. So now, see, it's a little better,
Yeah. Yeah, it's better.
but now there's another spot. See how it comes away here? So now we want to pull it that way. Tighten that one.
Yeah.
Loosen, tighten, loosen. It's getting
it's
better.
better, yes.
And after we've done quite a bit of work on the wheel, sometimes I'll flex all the spokes quite a bit. Getting pretty good.
Yeah.
But now see it's going up and down a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll fix that next. So see this spot?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab it here and I'm gonna tighten this one a little bit, but now it's getting bad because it's in the middle of the wow. So now I'm doing full half turns here.
Are you everything tightened up?
Tightening, yeah. Because it was rubbing against the caliper, it was coming down, so I have to tighten it.
This take time, yeah?
Yeah.
It's really hard to like balance up like 100%.
Yeah, we'll get tighter and tighter as we go, so we want to fix the big problems first, because once it's really tight, you don't want to have to fix that. It's not too bad. Okay, what we should maybe do is check the, the dish again. So we have about 1 millimeter. Yeah, maybe this side a tiny bit more tight, but it's pretty close. So now that we've got the wheel pretty round, right? Like it's good this way, it's good this way.
Yes, what you gonna do now?
On this tool, when the wheel's done, it will be just over 20. So I just want to see where we're at right now. Remember we did it to 17 before?
Yeah.
Now we have to fix this again because now it's a little bit different. So now we're going to do another tensioning round to make the tension more even.
Then it's gonna... We just fix the balance. Like, you don't want to touch it.
We do 2 rounds, right? So we did the tension, make it okay. We did the side to side to make it okay. This is okay. Now we have to do it all over again, but like closer. And then the wheel should be perfect.
Yeah.
But the tension's too low. So we finish the wheel by just tensioning, tensioning, tensioning. We stress relieve it and then it should be finished. but we want to make the wheel quite nice now before the tension is too high.
The process sounds like quite simple. Check the dishes, check the tension, check side to side, check up and down. But they might have to repeat the process as many as it takes. The wheel builders have to be really patient. It feels like forever to build one wheel.
How many wheels can you build per day? Maximum. 8
Probably
hours?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Done.
Huh.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, yes.
It's my turn to build my back wheel. My first time building a wheel. I didn't scratch my rim. I dropped 3 nipples in the rim. I liked racing. It's like a beautiful art.
Hey.
Trevor can build one wheel for 30 minutes. It took 3 hours to build one wheel for me.
New wheels.
New wheels. Beautiful.
I feel like I could be a really good wheel builder, but do I want to be? I might lose my mind after 8 hours steering wheels, and nothing is going well.
Alright,
Hello. Look my new wheel, honey.
nice.
It's so beautiful.
Kirine.
This one Trevor built it for me.
Trevor?
Yeah,
Oh, you built your own?
I built the back one myself.
Oh.
Are you jealous?
Oh, yes. Always.
Yeah?
I'm always jealous of you.
Yeah, I can pedal better. Now I just want to go ride and pedal. Thank you to NOBL Wheels for the beautiful wheels. And thank you to Trevor for teaching me how to build wheels. Now Yuka got the new skill. Oh, you crashed? Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,